Welcome to the presentation on Fabuloso and APUNC, two phages that students at Calvin University isolated during the 2020-2021 school year. APUNC was found in a soccer field at Calvin University in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The soil it was found in was moist and clumpy. The plaques this phage produced were clear and circular, with diameters ranging from 1 to 2 millimeters across. The edges were clear and defined, but when plaques overlapped, the plaque morphology became more difficult to discern. The phage morphotype, as seen by the TEM grids, was Cyphoverde phage, with a long and flexible tail. A fun fact about this phage is that it was named after a song by Vampire Weekend. Both phages were discovered using the strain of bacteria Gordonia terrae 3612 at an isolation temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Fabuloso was found in the community garden at Calvin University in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The soil taken was dry, dark in color, and from the surface of the dirt. This phage was taken from a plaque on a direct plate without enriching the soil sample. The plaques were small, well-defined, circular, and fairly clear. The morphotype of Fabuloso is also Cyphoverde, as indicated by the long and flexible tail.
We had identified 12 reverse genes in a total of 106 genes and 55,093 bases for Fabuloso. From these genes, we also found 9 orphams, but we were unable to identify any of their functions. On the other hand, some of the gene functions we recognized were helix-turn-helix, lysine A and B, and N-nuclease, of which all were expected. Interestingly, we found that Fabuloso had a translational frame shift in genes 15 and 16, that coded for tail assembly chaperone proteins, like other related phages. There were 4 orphams in the APUNC genome. No functions were identified for those orphams. The genome has 1 reverse orph, which also happened to be one of the orphams. The genome was composed of 58,983 bases that made up 88 genes. All the necessary gene functions were found in APUNC. In addition, we found rank 2 and rank 3 functions, such as tail assembly chaperones, holin, lysine B, and mu-F, like minor capsid proteins. We would like to give a special thanks to our professors Dr. Wirtz and Dr. DeYoung, as well as a special shout out to HHMI and Calvin University. Thank you for listening to our presentation on our Gordonia phages, Fabuloso, and APUNC.